Nice to see that I'm not the only one working today.
Yeah.
Doing a little workout back so I can make your life easier.
About time.
What do you mean? Come on. Me and Blake picked up the slack yesterday.
Oh, you did. Although I wasn't slacking, I was working.
Well, and that's why we decided to get off the couch and cooperate and help you out.
I'm hacking this thing right back.
So is there a rule to this, or is it just hack
Not
away?
What I'm doing. The deer ate the center of this, so now I'm bringing all I'm cleaning out all this wispy stuff. You see this? This is not going to hold big, beautiful blooms. I'm getting rid of all of that because what I want is all these buds off the thicker branch. That's what I want, because I want this to have a nice trunk and then come up and then bloom. But the deer ate the center of it, so I'm sort of cleaning it up and getting rid of this wispy, crappy stuff that is not worth anything.
Now, do you think that hurts the plant? Like, do they
If
feel
it did, I wouldn't
pain?
do it.
Do they feel pain? Like, he doesn't have a mouth, so it's not like he can say, ah, every time you cut him.
Thank God. You should see what I did to the roses.
Well, you would think that, I don't know, it would, in a way.
Most things like to be pruned. Everything seems to be fine after the deer eat them.
Well, that's great. Looks like you got a lot of raking in here, too.
I hate crossing branches. Crossing branches are the worst. I probably am applying my rose pruning to this shrub, but I don't care. Because...
Ooh,
what?
that was a big one.
Oh yeah, this is definitely coming down.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think most people would know this. How did you figure this out?
The deer have done it many times and it hasn't killed it yet.
So it was kind of like by accident, a deer ate
See
it.
what I'm doing? I'm leaving these bigger ones. So that's what's going to grow. So the trunk will get thicker and I'll be able to see underneath this because I also like to plant around the bottom. So I'm sort of giving more airflow toward the bottom and I'm cleaning out the junk branches, and then I want it to really leaf out and go up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm giving it a haircut. Oh, I might be going for gold here.
Now, you have to do this early, though, I would assume, in the season.
The buds are just starting, but it's also a good time because you can see where the buds are. So you know, like, if this didn't have a lot of buds up here, or it didn't have a lot of buds coming out on the main trunk, I wouldn't do it because then it'll be bare, and then the rest of it would be out and blooming. I could have just left this alone, but I like symmetry to my trees. And I like cleaning this out because it just feels better. Like, air circulation is great. You would much rather have that than to be crowded.
Well, if you keep cutting it the way you are, it's going to be cemetery to trees.
Yeah, I'm being pretty drastic. You wouldn't normally do this. You would just prune like a nice shape, but I might actually prune it back to here and just see what happens. I'm on a roll. We'll stop it now. And I hate these bottom like branches that lay here. So I guess we'll just take that off.
Well, I guess it's true what they say, you know, they might go right back to the crime scene. Because if I remember correctly, just right over above your shoulder, you did something similar.
Oh, remember that year?
Where you decided to butcher one of your plants.
You know what happened? I cut a wrong branch on the rose bush, and then it kept going. That was a bad year. I had a very hard time with that prune.
I don't think it's ever recovered, has it?
Well, you know what happened then? The big Joe Pye weed came up and blocked it, so I had hard pruned it, and then it didn't get a lot of sun, so it didn't rejuvenate well. I should bring it to the farm if I was nice, and I wanted to give it a I'm sorry year. I should baby it.
So what plants do you recommend pruning then early in spring?
Definitely anything will not bloom in the spring. If you prune now, wagelias or stuff or lilacs, you're going to take the blooms off. So you always want to wait for that. But anything that blooms in the fall, like late summer, fall, is fine.
I thought you were supposed to do it at an angle.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like much. Well, there you go.
They're on an angle. They're about, you know what? There's about as much of an angle as you're going to get. Hydrangeas are pretty tough. I don't worry about them.
Maybe I'm shooting it from a bad angle, so I can't see.
No, I'm probably just being sloppy about it.
I told Blake, come on out. We got some stuff to pick up. He seemed thrilled to death.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, hey, that kid turned over a new leaf.
Right? It looks like when you start doing it, it's like, oh, should I not? But then when you do it, you're like, yes, that's better. So now all that little crappy brushy stuff, this stuff that's wimpy, done. Now all the strong stems are going to have growth.
So is it possible any of those stems could, like if you put them in water, they could reroot?
Not in water, but you could probably take cuttings from them. But
So could you stick a few of those in the ground and maybe they would?
it's possible, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
I know that if you lay a branch down on the ground, like let's say I cut this, or let's say this little crappy branch is laying here. If I were to do this and put a rock on it and let it grow, then by the fall, this would have roots, so I could snip it off, plant this, and it would become a tree. That's the easiest way to do it because the tree kind of takes care of it because you're not cutting it. You know, you're not cutting it and hoping it will root. That's the easiest way to do it is for the season, let the tree take care of the branch, but also bury it with soil and let it root itself. And then you can cut the branch at the end of the season. It'll have roots on the side, and then you pot it up and you got yourself a new plant.
Could you repeat that? I kind of missed it.
No.
Blake was driving by.
No, I cannot.
Guess I'll have to
I'm gonna clean
hit
all
the
of this
closed
up.
caption.
I'm afraid to take these down because then I'll really see all of the dandelions that are in here and the chickweed.
So when I was raking out the garden yesterday, I would just rake those. Anything that was like sticking up
Yeah, I know.
that looked like tumbleweed, I would just rake it.
I know. Fine. But you're also probably breaking them off my plant.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like it was pulling out any of the roots.
Well,
And I was
that's good.
doing it at an angle.
That's,
Well, if you want to get technical.
no, that sounds like you're trying to cover up the fact that you did break a few and some did come out of the ground.
It didn't look any worse than what you just did right there. So we're in good shape. You didn't even inspect the job?
No, I don't have time. By now, you should be able to do all of this yourself. Look at this, chickweed.
Oh, trust me, I was scared. I told Blake. We were stuffing roots in. It looked like we were doing a hair transplant in the front.
I'm sure.
Yeah. The front hairline of the shade garden.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to look too closely right now. I might give it a month or so to grow in.
Had some micrographs done in it, so.
I like having the stalk still up because you can see where the plant is supposed to be. See if I clean this all out, look how nice that looks. Beautiful. These are my seedlings.
That's great.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's going to be a few more seedlings growing from the seedlings because all the seed was left over the winter for the birds. But they're alive and well.
So do you know what's going to be growing in this? Or is it just like...
Yeah, it's a big weedy mess. I mean, this will probably shape up to some sort of pollinator spot. It always does. Hey, there we go. The left-handed gloves. I usually lose the right ones. You know how many left-handed gloves I have? Very strange. Like this, This ain't looking good. Oh, actually it is alive. It was, until I just did that, so I will leave it. I guess it didn't pull out of the ground as easy as it should have if it was dead. Lucky for me, I have 200 seedlings ready to go somewhere.
There you go, Cleo. I gave you a cameo.
Oh, we're almost making headway. Man, this is all weeds.
Wow, that was fast. You're getting as quick as I am.
Am I? This has to get pulled out.
I thought that was like a rose bush or something.
It's a wild invasive rose. I prefer it not be here.
So you can't clip it or it'll come right back.
I can clip it and then it'll come back 5 times the size.
Oof.
Yes.
So is there a way you could like clip it and then burn
There's a way
the
that
trunk?
you can dig it out with a shovel.
How deep is the root system on that thing?
Pretty darn deep.
That looks well established right there.
That looks like we've been hacking it off at the top since it started growing.
That looks like it could be rather painful.
That's why you're doing it.
If I don't proceed with caution.
Yeah. All right.
Not something I can pawn off on Blake.
Well, my butterfly bush got hacked back. You can do butterfly bushes now. All the growth was showing, and I'll show you, even though the branches had lots of leaf growth on them already, I like it to start over and just grow that way. I don't like leaving it big because then it'll get really big. So I stuff my garden, so I need a little space in between my stuff.
So what's the verdict? Looking at your garden, knowing that it was neglected all of last year.
Well, the roses didn't fare well. These look fine, like this one looks fine, but I did prune it. This one got really shaded. It has a daylily in the front, which makes sense why there's no growth over here. And there's daffodils up its butt, so there's a little, I hard prune the roses I have to clean them out, give them some space. They usually don't want to be, they want like a 3-foot radius. They want their own garden space. They don't want to share it. They're not very good companions, so, I love these roses, but I might actually take them to the farm because then they'll have just a row and they'll just grow big and they're full sun all day as opposed to like trying to sneak in 6 to 7 hours here. So I might move those and then plant more of my coneflower seedlings here, because I love to move stuff.
Yeah, but could you use those roses in bouquets? Because they didn't look like that type of a rose.
Yes.
There he goes. Load number 1 is done. See? I told you, 1 trip behind the woodshed, this kid would be whooped right into shape.
Yeah. If only. Our kids are spoiled. I love this little sedum. It's very neat. And you can tell it doesn't flop. See these strong stems?
Now, should that have been clipped down in the fall when you got lazy, or did you purposely leave it up?
No, honestly, this kind of protected it. It kind of protected it from the deer and from... this really didn't start growing until recently, though. But it does protect them. I showed you what happened over there with the sedum, where, like, I'm assuming somebody stepped on it and it just busted right out of the ground. Like, they're not very deep rooted. At least Autumn Charm is not, or Autumn Joy. Those are not deep rooted. See, look I have all this cute little dark geranium, and look the violets.
It didn't.
1 year, the violets are taking over.
It didn't seed them to be too serious, though.
Yeah. Cute. Cute. You never miss a beat.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't what do you mean me.
Just having fun with you.
I know. You always do.
Well,
see, look at these big dandelions in with my daylilies.
it's not like I can contribute much.
This flocks. I'm not a funny person. I can't contribute to your humor.
You're hilarious, honey. That's why I married you.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you're the greatest audience a comedian could ever have.
Now I know you're good.
Oh, God, it's like a standing ovation every day. Seriously. You can pull the lighter out if you want to.
Stop it.
Well, go with it. I'm trying to make you look good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need help with that, do I?
Well, I'm sure there's people out there that are like, boy, that woman just doesn't appreciate her husband's sense of humor.
You know what? I'm used to it.
Well, don't take it for granted, honey.
I'm in one of those hacking moods. I'm just like cutting. I'm just in one of those moods. Maybe I should go inside. So this is exactly what we were just talking about. So this is peaches and cream. This is a honeysuckle. The branch was laying on the ground.
Yeah, come on over and see me.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Good thing you are
Yeah.
wearing shoes. See that? So it was laying on the ground, and the part that was on the ground created roots. So now if I want to, I can bring this wherever I want, or I could shove it in a pot with some dirt, and this is gonna grow, and I'll have another peaches and cream.
Well, give it to me then. That grows up a tree though? It's a vine, right?
Well, no, it could actually cascade over something if you have a rock wall big enough.
Well, great. I'll take it.
There you go.
See?
How about it?
You know what? I rehabilitate the plants that she rejects.
Sort of.
Yes. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but
You'll probably put it someplace it doesn't like it.
possibly. Or maybe it'll flourish.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, what? Ah, did you cut the main vein?
Well, I might have on that one. The problem is they go downward, so I think that I'm cutting the bottom, but I'm cutting the top. Not good. Like this guy. Oh.
Be careful. I'm waiting for the flat line.
Oh, you know what this is? This is actually a clematis. Also, I have a clematis that's growing with, that's why. All right, so I have a clematis that's also like intertwined here. See this stuff? This is clematis. But that gets cut back to the ground every year, so.
Yeah, but it kind of all looks dead. How can you tell the difference?
Oh, most of it. What do you mean? It has stuff coming off of it. If it's alive. I like walking through here. I don't like walking through here when it's like, it starts to like, creep in on your space, because then the spiders hang down and get all like, ugh. I don't like that. Wow, that's really up there. What I should do is get up there and hack that back so that this fills out nice. Will I do that? Probably not. And I got some zip ties in here holding the vines to, like, what is this? Is this a main? Yes. And it's annoying. Look how far out this goes. And I'd love to just cut that because it's in the way, but I can't. I might have to zip tie that back though.
So what's next? You have to weed these gardens by hand, and then we're going to just throw some mulch down this year, right?
Well, fertilizer and mulch probably.
Well, can't they just mix them? Or can't we just mix them?
You could just do compost, but I have so much stuff in my garden. I've just done it the same way every year, and I don't want to not do it how I've always done it, because it works. Oh man, I'm gonna do it.
She clipped one vein, and we had nurses and doctors running up the driveway.
I knew when I did it though, I was like, oh, and you can't. Once you cut and you realize what you did, you're like, oh, not. There's no going back. Then you just pout.
Yeah, it was done.
Oh no! I just
Yeah,
did it again.
I know. I think the scanner just went off.
Where did I cut that? Where's the vine that I just cut?
I don't know.
This one? All right, see, that's better. Then now I can get in there. I'd like to get up there and hack some of that down, because it's just gonna be like a bad hair day, which, ask me how I know. I'd like to really cut that back and let it fill in down here though.
Well, I could bring an 8-foot ladder for you.
Might be able to root that one too. See, I hate this. Like, this is very... See how it's out here and just... Like, what are you doing? I wish I could just cut it and, like, put it back together.
Well, how many more years do you really think this arbor is going to be able to hang on?
Pretty sturdy.
Really?
Yeah, might need a little help here and there. I'm gonna have to buy another one.
Yeah.
I wonder if the guy's alive.
I'm surprised you haven't.
Really?
Not saying that you should,
Well,
but...
no, that kind of gives me permission.
No, it doesn't. I thought you were worried about this a couple years ago, because it does look like this one bottom leg's ready to...
Well, you need to put a board between it and really get it back, because it's allowing, I don't know, the water was like allowing it to come in at the bottom, and then we put it up on the pavers, which is good, but I almost need a board there for a while to kind of get it back to where it was. These little roses did good. They overwinter. This is year number 2. I didn't even see them bloom last year. Did you? Did these bloom? They're little red. How did they get their quads out without moving my plants?
I think they moved your plants.
I hope so. Or I don't have plants anymore.
I would think.
These are the best gloves, though. My friend Kathleen bought these for me. And I can do anything I want without feeling the darn thing. Oh, this is the rose that I hacked back. It's still alive and well. And you know what? Last year, I dug out the pie weed. So we'll see what happens this year. A lot of clematis also trying to grow up with it. I'm a crammer of plants.
How many plants do you think you've killed in your lifetime?
On purpose?
Well, no. Just in your career. There's got to be some fatalities.
I kill plants all the time.
Well, you don't have to be proud of it.
Well, you know what? It used to bother me, and now I don't care because it just happens. Oh, why does this have my name on it? Charity in Action, Hefner. All right. I must have bought that and stuck it there.
Charity in Action, it says?
Charity in Action. I'll have to see what that looks like. Daylily. Maybe it was a freebie.
I see it every day.
Charity in Action?
Yes.
Yeah. Come on.
I give to the Guiding Green Thumb Foundation. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah. That foundation's taker.
Yeah, it's a non-profit organization. If anybody would like to contribute to it, feel free.
Even as a for-profit company, we are not ever going to have a profit.
Yeah, probably not.
But we'll have a lot of fun.
Yes, we will.
And we'll have a lot of plants. See, that looks better. But see, I feel like I should take it down a little. Do you? Do you like it gets messy up here?
I think you've already taken it down enough.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Leave it be.
I'm gonna do it.
So does that make shorter roses, or?
No, it gets rid of this jumbly cluster, you know what. I know somebody who has roses at home is cringing right now.
I think this rose bush over here, that's torture, Shelly. Look. Right in front of it.
It's coming.
You just didn't care.
Coming for you. That's a climber, though. That I need to weave the branches again, but, you know, it's a pain in the butt. And as many videos as you watch on how to prune something, I'm sorry, but it's still, no two rose bushes are the same.
Well, for you to prune a bush in front of a previous victim, that's another thing to worry about. These are signs that you might want to put the clippers down.
Serial clipper?
Yes. It's okay, buddy.
I think that's good. Now look.
I'll keep her away from you.
I think that looks better. I'm going to get rid of this guy. I think that looks much better than what it did. It's cleaned out. It's, you know what? It's yay high. I wish they all look like that, to be honest. So that one must be doing its thing. This one, hello again.
I just promised that I
Look
would
at the
protect
size-
him.
It knows me. Look at the size of the thorns.
It's shivering.
It is. It's right now like, oh, I got her.
I think it just grew a few more horns.
Actually, I don't think I'm gonna. I might prune it a little, but I think this is gonna bloom on the old bud, so I can't do too much. But what I have to do is separate this out.
Boy, those are sharp.
What?
Those thorns on there.
I know. I think it grew them just for me.
It did.
Look at it.
I'm
man.
telling you, they're getting. It's like a Pinocchio rose
Those
bush.
are FU thorns.
Yes. Oh
Stop. Like this. See, that's not even bendable. Like,
Hey,
I think
now.
we're just gonna send these up to the top.
no! Let's stay away from it. Give it another
Oh
year.
no! Look, it's doing it.
Yes, it is. Look,
So
cut it some slack
don't tell me to cut it anything.
instead of being a hack.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll just start doing this. See, now I gotta figure out a way to keep it like that though. Like, it's a pain. I'll leave this one be. Well, this has got a little brown. Can I have them come through here?
So you don't like the little bushes? It's like it looks like it's starting to bud, and you don't like the brown areas.
Yeah. What?
Like these buds right here. Are they gonna turn into a flower?
What I don't like is I can't keep this like that. Oh, I did. Can I get that back through here? I'm busy. Don't ask me questions. Oh, did I break it? I did. Sorry. All right. Ah! Why would you do that?
I was just hoping maybe
That's
you would get a
terrible.
bright idea or something.
No, I almost had a heart attack.
Wow.
You better come help me before this comes.
You got it, kid. I'll give you a hand. Kind of hard to clap when I'm holding the phone, so I'm pounding my chest because you know what? I made those piles that he's putting in that tractor because I'm a man. That's how you do it, buddy. Man up. Yeah, it looks like rain is going to end our day here, folks. A lot of drops on the patio. It's going to start pouring.
You can pick up the rain.
You're good, buddy. Thanks for picking up the slack.
I got some magical shrubs in.
Shrubs? It looks like a bag of shrunken heads.
Well,
I thought
these-
you were ordering Halloween props.
These are starter plants, but you can see, I mean, they might look like a broom, but they actually have little green leaves coming. Magical. So these are winterberry hollies. They have all different colored berries in the winter. So there's pink, there's like a pale whitish blush, there's crimson. So, and the good thing, so I ordered from Farmer Bailey. And what they do, in order to get berries, you actually have to have a male pollinator. So there's male and female shrubs. And so if you have all female with no male, you get no berries. Make sense?
Do you have to plant them right next to one another? I'm
I think
assuming?
within like 50 feet maybe. Don't quote me on that. I have to check, but you do have to plant them like, you know. I'll probably do them all in rows and put the
Do the male bushes
male?
have vines?
male. No.
Well,
I know what you're saying.
I would think you would have to plant them right next to one another.
Male pollinator. Although it doesn't say like if the male pollinator has which one goes with which, but I guess it doesn't matter because they all say male pollinator. So I guess I could have had one male pollinator, but they send you the male pollinator. You buy the females and they send you the males. Sounds like a deal, doesn't it?
So are these bushes going to spread?
Ooh, pink elegance. Look how beautiful. These are just basically like, they're actually compact shrubs, but you clip the branches for berries and arrangements, or you could just let it be pretty through the winter. So I'm excited for these.
So do the male pollinators spread or just the female pollinators?
What are you talking about?
Or the plants? Do these bushes spread?
I just said they're compact. No, they don't.
They don't. All right.
See, look how nice they are. So lucky for you. Ooh, magical Red Riding Hood.
Wow.
That sounds fun. So I have Ruby Giant, magical Ruby Giant, magical Red Riding Hood, magical Crimson, magical Citronella, and pink Elegance, and a whole bunch of male pollinators ready to get busy. So hopefully these will establish this winter. I don't know if I'm going to get berries in the first year, but it's sort of like something that you put in, and you know, in the years to come, they'll be beautiful and they'll produce branches.
Where are you putting them?
At the farm.
Whereabouts though?
Although I have multiple male pollinators, so maybe I'll try like one of each variety here because I have 10 of each. So maybe I'll try some. Oh, that would be pretty. Maybe I'll like, because I don't need like 10. Maybe I'll put some line in the driveway with the male pollinator alternating. I don't know. I kind of want some here. The farm's gonna get all the glory. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. So they're just starting now to leaf, like, you know, to leaf out. So that's
You do
exciting.
realize that I'm a male pollinator, right?
Oh, yes, through and through. I realize that there's no
Maybe
change in you.
You could be a little excited when you're talking about me. Like,
I only got 2 male pollinators. You might have to pick up the
bushes.
slack.
Yeah.
No, I only got 2. Okay, so I guess one will stay here and one will go to the farm, although I think I'm going to need 3.
So could you cut them bushes up though and make like 2 out of 1, or that's probably not recommended?
What do you mean?
I don't know, to get your money's worth. Like just cut them
There's
right
10 in there.
So you only have 2 pollinators and 8 female.
No, I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 females. They're going to get some action.
Wow, I'd say.
Hopefully these leaf out and do their thing.
50 bushes and 2 pollinators. That's going to be a
Yeah.
hell of a hill.
Yeah. We may have to get these established first before we do much. So yeah.
All right, sounds great.
50 plants, so you'll see winter berries in all different colors. That's exciting.
Can't wait.
I know. We got to pot these up.
Not now.
Actually, we got to pot them up or plant them at the farm. What would you like to do?
I would like for you to leave me be. It's Sunday. Thank you.
No, but this week they got to go in.
Well, you are a full-time farmer now, so
I got to take care of my males.
put it on your schedule.
They look a little, they're a little dry. I got to go and get them some help here.
Yeah, I know. I could use some lotion.
Please.
See? You proved my point.
I have to soak them. You need a shower.
That's fine.
And it says refrigerate upon arrival. No, plant. I need to plant them. I mean, they're winter berries. They're hardy here, so I don't know why I would have to do that. So I'm gonna end up potting these up. But do I have enough soil to do this?
I don't know. You're going through soil like there's no tomorrow.
I know. So that's what makes me think that I should just like leave these and go plant them tomorrow. Get them in the ground. I'll pot up the males just because they're dry.
That sounds like a good idea. I couldn't agree more.
And then, but then we have. I mean, that's a lot of lines at the farm.
Well, I don't know. You think you're maybe a little bit ahead of yourself again, or?
Maybe I should pot them up. I mean, it sounded good in the winter to do in the spring, but now I'm like, oh.
When are you going to learn your lesson?
I will never. This is just me.
It's pitiful.
Oh, pink berries, white berries, red berries. I must have these for the fall.
And then we sit here and we have 20 acres and we can't figure out where to put the stuff.
Isn't that crazy? Well, the problem is because nothing's really like
Because nothing's ready, lady.
Correct. That is correct.
So
Nothing's
hold your
ready.
damn horses.
Nothing is ready. So I have to go. I'm gonna go soak and pot these guys up, and at least, you know, these guys might come in. It says to refrigerate them. Should I leave them in the garage? It's cooler in there.
I don't know. I wouldn't beat around the bush too much.
Oh God, even your jokes.
All right.
You can plant these yourself too, you know.
Yeah.
Find me a nice. I'd love to do a half circle of just beautiful berries somewhere at the farm. Like I'd like to do an arching, you know.
That's great.
In case you're feeling artistic and creative.
I don't know when I'm going to be doing all that artistic and creating, but
Tomorrow night?
Belsley,
What are you doing?
something.
No.
Something
you're
just
rototilling.
came up.
No, you're rototilling.
No,
Little
something,
beautiful half circle.
just a notification just popped up on my phone. Something about joining the volunteer fire company or something.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes.
No, be getting busy.
No. Only if I'm a pollinator.